You're going to join.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. I'm going to mute everyone if you're not muted, and I mute you. Don't be offended. I'm just going to go through and mute everybody just so it gets a little loud at times. Let's see. Doot. Okay, looks like everybody's good to go. Okay. I'm Dawn Spencer. I'm a Superstar Director out of Gurnee, Illinois, and this is
Chris Danner, and I'm a Superstar Director in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And it's so awesome to have Dawn here for a couple days.
I just arrived today with another SSD friend. So we're just hanging out, doing some work together and maybe coming up with some good ideas for you guys for the future. So we're having a good time. Yeah. But we wanted to start off. Stella's here. She says hi, the dog. We wanted to start off by encouraging you guys to attend SFR. If you don't know what that is, it's Cincy Family Reunion, which is a convention coming up in July. The dates are, I should have wrote those down.
26th to 29th.
Sounds right.
It's a Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah, 26th through the 29th. Mm-hmm. And registration will open up on March 13th. So make sure when that does open up that you guys make it a priority to attend if you can. There is a cost usually to it, but they usually do take payment plans. So
and there's usually an early bird registration, yes, which is a great value to save some money as well. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's a fun place to go in the summer. So, and keep in mind when you come to events like this, you guys, it is considered, it's considered like improving your business. It's an education, and these are expenses that are legitimate for tax deductible purposes.
Tax write-off, baby.
Tax write-off. So it's kind of like taking a little vacation with Cincy people, and we're a lot of fun. And so we want you to come, and we hope you can make it. So
yeah, it'll get you revived or get you revved up for your business, and it'll help take you. I remember the first one I went to back in 1983. Since we're in the 80s. No, it's a long time ago, but I think I was a lead or a star. I don't remember, but when I arrived there, I decided, because of all of the training, I got so encouraged to become a director. And within a couple months, I was a director after I went there. So it just did something in me. It like lit a spark, and my business has never been the same. So I try to go every year.
And we really got to know each other.
Yeah. That first one,
because just being able to take time to spend together. So
we laughed so much and had such a good time.
Yeah.
So find some Cincy sisters to share a room with, or whatever it takes to get there. Go. Amber says, can't wait. Yana has a
boob light. What?
Have you never heard that term before?
Boob light.
No, what is?
Maybe it's an Iowa thing. Look at
no, it's a ceiling light.
Her ceiling light.
Oh, she's got a nipple light.
Yes, well, we call them boob lights back here, but yes. Sorry, that was random.
Okay, that was kind of random. Oh, that's funny though. Thanks for the entertainment.
Yeah.
And then anybody that we are in a transition month, so that means that we are getting ready for our spring summer catalog, which I hope you guys have all seen the catalog. If you haven't, do so. It's important that you do so. And we have just really, it's such a cool month. I mean, such a cool catalog coming out next. Oh my gosh, what was that? That was like an animal that tried to attack me.
Some of those Virginia animals.
Where did that come from? Anyway, so we have the transition month that's happening. If you guys have any questions, please type it in the chat or reach out to any of us. If you have not gotten your transition testers, your catalogs, all the things, do so. You need to do so. You're a business owner, you need to make sure you get those things. So,
and you get them on sale right now. So
yes.
Make sure you're doing that.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So tonight we are going to dive into branding And I'm gonna let you take over.
Yep. So we do have, we have a couple of guest speakers who are going to share some great things that they are doing. But before we get started, and introduce them, just wanted to talk to you real briefly about why branding, is a tool that really can differentiate yourself and make you a standout to help grow your Scentsy business. And so when we say branding, branding is really like your personality. You take your business, your Scentsy business, obviously we're provided with catalogs and specific marketing pieces that Scentsy shares. It's out on your workstation. It's great. It's great tools. It's great things that you can use to grow your business, but it's what every single consultant has. Okay. And so it's the same, right? It's the same stuff. And what we do with branding, and I'm sure you see this when you get to know other Scentsy consultants, is we look for ways to let our personalities shine through and make us the face of our business. Okay. The reason this is ultimately important, you guys, is think about it this way. When you become a Scentsy consultant, it's almost like you buy into a franchise. You bought into a Scentsy brand that's established, and that people can go on to any website and purchase Scentsy from. If they know that they need Scentsy, they can go buy Scentsy. They can go online, find a Scentsy consultant, and they can buy from them. But you want to create a experience and a personality, and you want to bring a special touch to your customers and your contacts, so that they want to buy from you, that they want to come to your online store, that they want to host with you, that they want to repeat buy with you. And so we're going to talk to you about some ways this evening to help you think about what your brand is, think about how to create that brand and do it a little bit better than what you might be doing now. And we're gonna talk to a couple people who are doing their branding really well right now. We hope that when you hear from them, it'll help inspire you. And then we're going to talk about a few more things just to kind of help elevate this whole branding experience for you this evening. Okay. So let's see. The first person that we want to, Robin, would you unmute yourself, please? So you guys, I think by now, a lot of you probably already know Robin Denick. She is a star director out of Carpentersville, Illinois. She's been doing Scentsy for a hella long time. And what I love about Robin, if you don't know her, make sure you're friends with her on social media. But Robin does an excellent job of creating such a big personality on social media that I think it's like sticky marketing. Like, she's very much somebody that I think people just
Gravitate to.
Attracted to, kind of very magnetic. So, Robin, what I wanted to ask you is right now, tell us, why is branding super important in your business?
Okay, so can you hear me okay? Because the phone's like,
Yeah.
so I want to make sure you can hear me okay. Okay. So branding to me is like an essence of your personality. So there's like what, a million, a billion Scentsy consultants, but what's going to set everybody apart? It's going to be the branding. So I think, like, if you stop and look at your favorite Scentsy consultant, whether they're at the top or in the middle or whatnot, if they've been doing it a while, you're going to be able to pick out pieces of their personality. For example, because actually it's funny, you asked me to speak. Yana and I were having this discussion on the way home from Columbus, like everyone's niche and what you think of when you hear certain people. So like, for example, the top thing that I will say about Dawn Spencer is I always remember her saying she's the mom of the girlies with the curlies. Like, that's like from like 8 to 10 years ago, but it's always stuck with me. So when I think of Dawn, I think of like her tonal workouts, church, spouse dating, like date your spouse. Like these are things that Dawn does consistently and shares consistently that has nothing to do with Scentsy. But when I think of Dawn, these are the things that I think about. So I think it's super important to showcase your personality, and your character and your individuality, because that's how people are going to connect with you. So like branding to me, when you think branding immediately, it's like branding is putting a Scentsy shirt on, throwing your Scentsy backpack on, or slapping a sticker on your car. And that's not, I mean, that is what it is, but the term, that's off brand for her. Brand is like your personality, right? So if you're going to social sell, I think it's super important to make sure you're sharing what's going on in your life, but be consistent about it. Like if you start nursing school and you talk about it like one time, people are going to forget and they're not going to relate. And if someone else is going to nursing school, you're not going to really make that connection with them. However, if you continue to post about nursing school and your journey and your struggles and the excitement of what's happening, then people are going to connect with you. So I think being consistent with it is super, super important. So you don't lose people. Cause you can like post about your really cool Scentsy office that you just got painted, new shelves, all these new fun things. But then if you never post about it again, people are going to be like, what happened with her Scentsy office? I don't know. And then they'll, you know what I mean? You kind of just lose that. What's fun about branding is that you will get posts and tags from people, whether it's your customers, your Scentsy team, your friends. They'll just be like at Target and take a picture and tag me, or they'll see something funny about a plant, walking your plant. It's like nothing that I would really do, but they're like so invested in my journey with my plants. They know how much I love my plants that they just like to tag me in silly stuff like that. Like if they see a TikTok, is that what the kids call it now? That's the TikTok, right? They just are always sharing funny things. Sometimes I get like random things in the mail. Like someone sent me a mug, like a plant mug, and they never said who it was from. So just like random people just sending me stuff because I share pictures of my mug. So it's like really interesting to see who connects with your journey. Also interesting, like I can really pick out certain people. Like I don't know if Casey's on yet, but like the thing that sticks out to me about Casey, I've never met her. I just know her through social media, through Dawn and Kristen. The biggest thing that I know about her is her dog is Christopher Wallace. And every time I think about her dog or her, I think about her dog. So it's like a connection will always be made. So you really have to think of what's going on in your life right now. Like, are you doing home renovations? Are you, what kind of foods are you loving? How many of you guys know people that go to Starbucks and collect those like cups? Like, it's not my thing, but I have a gabillion people on my feed that like love those cups. And every time I see the cups and I always wonder to myself, oh, I wonder if Steph or Jen or whoever has this cup. Is this like a hard to find cup? Like, it just makes me stop to think about them. So I think that's what the importance of branding is. People are going to take a minute and stop and think about you, or they're going to see your post and they're going to want to comment on them because it's like, oh, you know what? I just saw this yesterday. I just saw, whatever it was. I just saw this thing in Target and it totally reminded me of you. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool when people do that. So I'm not sure if that's what you were looking for, the answer, but that's where, so.
Yep. Are we?
Excellent.
Yeah, that's exactly what you hit the nail on the head in so many ways. I hope there's like a couple of light bulb moments that went off, because a couple of things that you said there weren't what you heard from Robin, it wasn't Scentsy related necessarily, but because people are being authentic and they're sharing things that they like Robin is big into her plants right now. Like she's got a kind of a funny, dry sense of humor. She doesn't take herself too serious. And so like she's
saying something.
What-
What'd you say?
Oh, I said I'm very hilarious.
Yes.
No,
She's hilarious and knows it.
Yes, but like cracks you up. And like, I think so many people are attracted to that. That
Yeah.
becomes very magnetic. So then it's like, oh wait, what does she do? The Scentsy thing? What, like, I'm sure there's people that like are curious about Scentsy that have never bought Scentsy from Robin before. But because of her personality and the other things that she's doing, it makes her even more intriguing as a
Mhm.
result of that. So this is kind of a social media, but well, how much time do we have? Where are we at here?
9:07,
Oh,
okay.
perfect. Okay, that you talked a little bit about the social media aspect, I think, Robin, but talk about maybe tell us one or two things outside of social media that you do with branding to make your business stand out and kind of give it an extra little pop. Like, what are some things that you're doing as far as campaigns or creations that you do behind the scenes that maybe nobody knows about because it's not social media related?
I love creating. If you know me, you know, like that's my favorite thing about this business is the creating aspect of it. Getting to do whatever I feel like, just creating is like my favorite outlet for Scentsy. So for me, I do a lot of like postcards for my customers, like mailers. And my fonts are, again, it's branding. My fonts are very similar on everything I send out. Color wise, it's all very similar. Um, that's my mailer. So that's like Canva. And I will also incorporate Canva into like my stories or whatnot. But what I like to do, and this is just part of my personality, if people are going right, I'm going left. So if people are posting, let's just say people are posting those bunnies, right? The bunnies. We're going to talk about the bunnies in the room, right? So everybody is posting about the bunnies. I'm going to go different. I'm going to post something else. I'm not going to necessarily post the bunnies. I'm going to post something else. I like to not necessarily post what everyone else is doing. So if I see all these Scentsy consultants posting this, I'm going to post. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to post. It's not just one. It's not just like there's not one option. You can pretty much post. I mean, if you were to just take one thing out of the catalog a day, it would keep you busy. So I just, again, that's how I stand out, but also taking pictures. I will, not necessarily take pictures and say, hey, buy this warmer. I'll take pictures with the plants and I'll just say, hey, it's Wax Wednesday. What are you guys warming today? You know, like for example, today, look at this thing I got from Target. It was like not a dishwashing, washing machine thing. And I purposely bought it for my shows, like for my table, because I want to display I just think it would be cute, whatever. So I took a picture of it and I, posted it. And it was like, hey, look what I found at Target. And it wasn't like, hey, buy this laundry stuff. It was like, just like, hey, look at this cute thing that I bought for my thing. And, the laundry stuff was, put it around it. And I'm like, hey, Scentsy, please put me in the catalog with this picture. But I don't know. So we'll just see what happens with that. But yeah, so like incorporating pictures, like home pictures, sometimes I'll have my kids hold stuff up. When I go to events, I always like do silly stuff with like Harry Potter stuff and then like pick a Harry Potter quote, like just not necessarily saying, look at this. I don't have anything Scentsy. Oh, here. Look at this body cream. You need to buy it. I would say something like, I'm so glad I got this body cream because they discontinued French lavender, right? Because we're going to shove that as much in their face that they took it out of the catalog. I'm going to make sure they know about it. So like, I just kind of like to flip the script a little bit and not necessarily, I guess it's more share, not sell. That's how I look at it.
Yep. Huge.
Sorry, I was kind of going off on a tangent there. I apologize.
That's good.
Yep, it's very good. And I think that's the thing. We're trying to help you guys see that branding is less about selling because you have images we can sell from the catalog, but we want people to build a relationship with us. And we want people to like develop more of a close, tight-knit relationship where they're like, gosh, I really like her and she's so cool. And like, she's always got really clever ideas when she goes to Target Spot and she's always doing funny things. Okay, wait, what's she doing now?
Mhm.
Oh, that's super cute. Wait, I never knew that Scentsy had laundry. hold up, what's that? You
Mhm.
know, but you're not really selling it.
No.
You're just showing pictures of stuff that after people see it so many times, they really start to dive into your business a little bit more.
Yes.
So it becomes less sales and a lot more of just sharing a piece of you. So we wanted Robin to go first because we have another guest speaker, and I know Robin's got, she's got kids, younger kids. If you guys have any questions for Robin, she'll probably stick around. Feel free to put them over here in the chat because I know she's going to have to take off in a bit to.
Yeah, I'll pop off a little bit more. I'll pop off quietly. I'll stay as long as I can and then pop off quietly. But yeah, I'll come back. It's just, oh, sorry. I was trying to read. I'm on my phone, so I can't see the chat and the people at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Well, so Monica Ludd had a good point too. And she's like, I've been hearing that so much lately. Those one-on-one connections are huge,
So
huge.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And keeping those relationships
Yeah.
going. And I think Robin was trying to tell you guys like her mailers and one-on-one campaigns that she tries to, you know, definitely thank good customers and send out special little marketing pieces in the mail to people to keep them coming back for more. So thank you, Robin, for sharing. We appreciate you so
you.
much. We now have Amber Pulliam. We're going to hear from her a little bit. Amber has got such a cool story. I actually am hoping, Amber, you're going to have to unmute yourself. And Amber, would you tell us a little bit about like when you joined Scentsy and then what happened after a while, and then like you decided to do something crazy, like come back again, and now like tell us your story, and then we're going to ask you a few questions about your branding campaigns.
Yeah, so I'm Amber, for those of you that don't know. So I started Scentsy back in 2011. I didn't know what Scentsy was. I joined just because the website was cute and it had cute purple stars on it. I had no idea what the product was at all. I spent probably our last $99 in our account that night, and I was 9 months pregnant. So my starter kit arrived while I was delivering our daughter. I worked Scentsy though up till I looked the other day, I think it was early 2018. And then I left because I got really burnt out with it. I hit that burn where like I felt like nothing was working. It wasn't going to be for me. I wasn't getting sales. I mean, I was barely making active at the time. So I left. I threw the towel in. I was done. At the end of 2018, we had a significant incident in the house. My husband went through a pretty traumatic accident. During that stay, I can tell you that some of my best friends during that time were my previous Scentsy family. And that really drove me to come back. And that's why I came back. I loved the atmosphere. It wasn't just about the product at that point. It was about the atmosphere and the people and the community that we build around it. So I will always probably preach, don't leave. The worst thing you can do is just don't quit. Keep it up. If you like it, if you love it, keep it up, because there's no reason to walk away from something you enjoy just because you're not hitting a big goal. I did during that time I think it was Star Consultant when I earned Can Do Cancun. So you can earn those trips at any level when they come up. So don't be afraid. But I am so glad I'm back. Last August, I think we did you guys had that little group, August Leadership Lounge or something it was. And I don't know what it was that sparked me then, but it did. And ever since I don't think I've had a month under like 1,500 or something since then. So I think sometimes you just have to wait for that little spark. And then once it hits, you go. I'm nervous and excited for what this year is going to bring. That's for sure. And another thing I was going to throw out is I know I talked to a lot of people that have mentioned this lately, but I've had a lot of people reach out and say my sponsor's not helpful. Don't let that get to you. I've been under 2 different sponsors now, 2 entirely different people. Both have been wonderful, but you may not mesh totally. So you need to follow your path and do your thing.
Okay, the bomb, and I don't know whether you guys picked up on something, but Amber left and she had a team and she didn't feel like she was doing well, but she left and she gave that all up. And so when she came back, she had to start all the way from the beginning, from the ground, without a team, to rebuild a team. And she's a superstar consultant, well on her way to becoming a director with the work that she's putting in and her enthusiasm. And we're really, it's just, you're a breath of fresh air. So everything you said
Agreed.
was just amazing, because it's easy to get frustrated and who are we kidding? It's going to happen. We are all going to
Yeah.
have moments like that. So many things, so many goodness that you said there that wasn't even really part of branding,
Yeah.
but it was pretty
Right.
amazing. So thank you for sharing that. I think it was important for people to understand, because now that you are back, I notice a humongous difference in the way that you work your Scentsy business today than you did the first go around. And a lot of it is your branding and your authenticity. So tell us what branding to you means for your business.
Yep. So I'm sure I'm going to piggyback a little bit of what Robin said. But I think, when we think of branding, we a lot of times think of a logo or something like that. And I think we have to remember that being an independent consultant, like we are the face of our business.
Yeah.
Like every one of us is wearing the Scentsy logo. And we're not going to stand out by just wearing a Scentsy logo. We're not going to stand out by just throwing a shirt on. We go to World Tour, we all have Scentsy logos on. But if you think about it, what's going to make you stand out in that group of people? So that's where I go with the branding piece. I personally have gotten really good success with the male version of branding stuff. I'm still working on the social media piece. It's not totally my cup of tea, but I'm getting there. But mine has been, and I know Robin piggybacked this too, but creating that kind of logo or, your logo for you. And it doesn't have to be, an actual logo, but like, what does your business look like? Is it your face? Is it a certain font that you're using? Things like that. So, and then carry that through your marketing material, because that's what I'm doing and it's working. When people get it, they realize like it's from me because they see that logo. So that's really been working for me. I do a customer mailer and a thank you. And then I send things out to my team as well, and they're all very similar. But I think you need to look at it as a perspective with the social media piece that, your friend could have 15 consultants, but why are they going to grab you? And I'm going to use Robin as an example because I thought about this earlier, but when the bunnies started approaching online, I instantly thought of Robin, but I thought of Robin because that's Robin's branding, right? She does the whole like Target dollar spot thing. So when those started showing up, I instantly thought Robin. So what can you do with your business that when things like that come up, people are going to be drawn back to you and think about you? The other thing is, and this was brought up at World Tour, but I think sometimes we feel like we have to have it all to share it all. And that's not the case. You can take that picture that your consultant friend took that's really awesome and post it next to a selfie of you if that's your personality. If you're into posting selfies, put the two together and mesh them, because now you've branded that post, right? You've stuck it together. So those are kind of the things that stick with me. Something else I was going to point out, because Robin mentioned it, but wondering what to post every day, or maybe to brand something and make it your own, but take out one of the product lists and mark something off every day. And if you're lost on what to post, just pull this out, just keep one and pull this out, and you can use it to know what to post for that day. So I know a lot of times we get lost on that topic. But that's kind of what I have. Make yourself unique, make yourself stand out. And be the reason that they look at you instead of the other 15 Scentsy consultants on their feed.
So good.
Yeah.
Make yourself stand out.
Yeah, such good Such good tips right there. And I know some of it was similar, but the way that you say it is different than the way that Robin said it. So again, it's just really, you guys are both doing such great things with your businesses right now, as far as just I call it kind of magnetic, like people want to follow you. People want to see what you're doing. And it's not just all Scentsy stuff that you're doing. You're posting personal things. They know that you're a mom. They know that you're a wife. You're busy with your kids. Amber, I know you have a work from home job that you're doing as well. Your daughter is really into crocheting and she's very crafty. Like those are things that people they remember, right? And so that also just kind of brings them a little bit closer to you. It connects them a little bit tighter to you as a real person, not just as like a big box store. Scentsy is kind of like a big company now, and we have to be our own small face to this business that we're running from our homes so that people want to come back. One thing you said, and I love that about the product sheets and crossing it off, try to think of different ways to share those products every day, and if you have those products in your home, maybe it's a picture of you with those products, or maybe it's taking a picture somebody else shared. But I think real life photos are amazing for branding.
Yeah.
One thing I do is I use the notes in my phone. And if I see somebody had a really cute post, I will copy and paste the whole thing and create a note in my phone. And then I won't necessarily take it word for word to post it later on, but I might take some of their wording and some of their pictures and tweak it later on and make it my own. So I don't want to be them. I want to be different, but I'm like, oh, that was good wording and that was super clever. So I use the notes in my phone as like a little place to kind of chalkboard it for use at a later date. Because we don't want to I don't want to see the same thing in my feed. And I have a lot of Scentsy friends. So if everybody starts copy and pasting the same time on the same day or the same week, it's kind of boring.
Well, and I
So if
think
we
we get in this rush of, oh my gosh, they're going to get more sales than me or whatever it is. And I think we need to remember we all get paid on the 10th, right? It doesn't matter if we sell $300 in that product on the 1st or we sell $300 in that product on the 30th, we all get paid on the 10th. So, we just have to keep that in mind that, you don't, like you said, you don't have to share it at the same time.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we're gonna go into the next thing, right? Where
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about, so thinking about people like Robin and Amber and maybe other people that you admire or see on social media, what are those, what are some of the things they post about that you're drawn to? And you guys can put it in the chat, or it's probably best to just put it in the chat. What are you seeing that you're like, man, I like to follow her because blah, blah, blah. Maybe she's funny. Maybe she posts something that's posts inspirational things, or post recipes. What are the things that make you excited to follow somebody on social media? Go for it. Put it in the chat. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Maybe you guys aren't doing it yet, but. Oh, goodness. Everybody's like, wait, we're working on something else.
Somebody said, oh, maybe we got one.
Inspirational quotes.
Mhm.
So something I wrote
Or
down,
messages.
or messages, yep. I like to see my friends post about working out. Okay.
Cool.
The normal lives they live while their live
Draws
draws
me
me in.
in. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that too.
People
When
like the real
Amanda,
stuff.
I like the real stuff, but I also like too when people are doing it and they're not like perfect, like
Mhm.
everything's not perfect in their house. Like,
Like zoom in.
yeah, Robin said it. I
Hey,
like normalizing real life. Like it's kind of a shit show over here. Hey,
she got
come
dishes in
see
the-
what's going on here. Right?
real life.
Hmm. Humor. Yeah.
I like, somebody said something up here and we missed. I like to see pictures of everyone. I
That's
love
cute.
following Dawn because I live,
Vicariously.
yeah, thank you. For her workouts. I love seeing her improvement in life. Oh, thank you. Who said that? Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. I love normalizing real life. Something I like to see is meal prepping, cooking, planning, hanging out with family. I agree with Amanda, and I love humor. If you make me smile a lot, Robin.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Robin always has me cracking up.
Mhm.
I love following Michelle, her consistency in her posts and how she pulls her connection to the post, the way she uses it oh, hold on a minute. And when she first saw it as a new consultant who is unfamiliar with Scentsy, it helps build my confidence.
Yeah.
I enjoy Casey's humor with Christopher Wallace.
Yeah.
Yes, her dog. Hilarious. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. So these are things we want you guys to think about as moving forward. So we're hoping that we can help you guys create your brand and figure out how to be more intentional about what your brand is. How are you going to be your authentic self,
Mhm.
your as they say, your weird self. We're all weird in our own way, right? I'm a little different than Chris. Chris is a little different from me, and her posts are going to look a little different because her life's a little different. She lives on a beautiful beach, and I live where it snows half the year. But there's beauty in it, right? And it's authentic, and it's her and it's me, you know.
Mhm.
And so as we're thinking about what we like to follow, I want you guys to think about what you want to be known for. And I would love for you guys to put it in the chat or even make notes. I would like to see what you guys want to be known for, personally. So if you can put it in the chat, that'd be great. But just some things to think about, like what people have already said, recipes and all that stuff. I just kind of was jotting some stuff down. You guys posted a lot of stuff, but I like to see little babies when people post their little babies. I love that. Pretty pictures, family, vacations, beaches, relaxing. I like to see that people aren't working 24/7. I don't know if you guys have seen Scentsy people that just constantly are talking about working 24/7. And it's like, I don't want to do what you're doing, because I don't want to work 24/7. I want to relax. So I want to see relaxing posts. I want to see that you're doing something that you're enjoying other than Scentsy. I like to see cute stuff, good deals, date night stuff, restaurant suggestions, health posts, recipes, and you guys can post the rest. Those are things that I kind of want to be known for. Not the little kid thing, because I ain't got none of those little babies. But some of those are the things that I'm like, oh, that's kind of what I want to be known for. So each of us are deals. Yes, I like food.
I like home decor. I
Yes,
love
home
pretty
decor.
home decor things, like
Mhm.
doing pretty little things in the house. Oh, I love DIY. I love when I see people doing DIY
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, so these are all things that are so important that you're posting on a regular basis.
Or that you could be doing, like,
Mhm.
if you're interested in, like, have you thought about, like, do you share that stuff? I'm
Mhm.
not always very good at it. Like, I could be like involved in creating a new recipe. I'm like, why don't I go on social and share it more, like stand out a little bit more, being intentional with it.
Where Casey she hasn't shown her face, has she?
Mm-mm. No, she
Anyway,
was the one
Casey
that
and I,
talked to her
okay, Casey and I
boyfriend.
are here so we were here a year ago, so Chris moved here in 2020, right?
Mhm.
And so last year, the house is kind of new. And so this year she's done a lot of like touches, and I'm thinking, I haven't seen this on social media, Chris.
Yeah,
I haven't, her cute little
See?
pantry.
I'm not,
She's got all these little like little spots that she's decorated with warmers, and I haven't seen that.
Mhm.
Her little rooms upstairs, her new blinds. Like, I haven't seen this, Chris.
Yeah, see, I need
I
to do
had to
better,
come to
right?
her house to see it. But those are things
I'm
that
getting
I'm
called out.
interested in, because I think I like decor, so I'm gonna be interested in what she's posting. I don't think it's braggy. I think it's really cute and fun, and I want to follow that,
Yeah.
so yeah, you need to post more
I know.
because I need to see
You
these
called me out.
things.
Okay.
I called you out, girl. But her house is so cute and she's done really great things with it. So I haven't been reading because I've been chatting.
Mhm.
Family portraits, deals, blah, 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 blah. I want to be known for creativity and inspiration. You are, Chastity. I am not good at
Mhm.
sharing about my day today because I'm
crazy
so
busy.
crazy busy and I
Yeah.
forget to take
Yeah.
pictures and post. I guilty. And you know what? We don't want to constantly do that either. Come on, let's be real. We don't want to sit there with a camera in our hand all day long. But if you can be intentional about it, maybe once a day, that'd be great, because people are interested in those
Mhm.
grandbabies. They want
Mhm.
to see how old's the baby now? 3 months, 4 months, 6 months? I
6
don't know.
months. He'll be 6 months next week.
Mhm.
See, and I don't know because I haven't seen them on social. If you posted, sorry, I missed it, but I haven't.
No,
been on
I've
it.
been crazy busy with the other two, so I forget to post
Yeah.
pictures.
Here's another thing too, you guys. So we're talking about all the things that we could be doing to post to increase our brand and to make ourselves stand out a little bit more. But one more thing that we're not thinking about maybe as much as when you're following other people who are DIYers or creative or are people that you like to follow because of their pets, their kids, the way that they go live and share recipes. Are you engaging with them on their posts? Are you building relationship? Because part of this
That-
isn't just you like showing yourself and like self vomiting to build your worth and build your brand. You're also on social media to engage with people. And so if you see someone and you like what they're doing, ask questions, comment on it. Hey, where'd you get that? I was watching your live, but I noticed you had these cute throw pillows on the couch. Where did you get those? Right? People want to know that you're actually genuinely interested in them. And so if you post on their page or you comment on their things, you're building trust, you're building relationship. And that's going to also be another great way for them to come back to you when it's time for them to buy Scentsy.
That right there. And that's actually building connection. That's building relationships, which people are yearning for the connection, which is usually why people are following people that they like because they want the connection. I would post about my 5 kids, but they aren't home. 2 are under guardianship and I have the guardian. I have the guardian in my
Oh.
private group and the
That's sad.
other 3 in foster. So
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Lisa.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do more of that. Wait, oh, sorry, my eyes can't see today. I've been trying to do more of that. Is comment and put myself out there to,
Even
even
at
at
church.
church, I've been giving my business cards. Oh,
Yep.
awesome. Good job, Amanda. About my cats, since they're my children, cute, and my health. I have epilepsy and I like to see when others open up about how they're not letting their health issues
Get in the way. Mhm. That's inspirational too. People
Yes.
need to see that for
Mhm,
sure.
That's real. That's
Mhm.
real life right
Yeah.
there. Thank you.
So
guys.
many good ideas, so many great shares from
Yeah.
this too.
So one of the things that we wanted to talk to you guys about is, you know what, with all of this, sometimes common sense isn't so common. So we wanted to talk about how to lose your Scentsy business brand on your social media in 10 days. You guys know that movie? Have you ever seen that movie? Okay, so
This is
Um,
like kind of funny, but it's not funny, but because I'm sure we've all seen or witnessed this. So we want to just kind of run through a few of the things that could sway people away from you,
Mhm.
like, so.
Okay, so number 1 is complaining constantly. Wah, wah, wah. Oh my gosh, my husband drives me crazy, or the kids did blah, blah, blah. Like just Debbie Downer all the time. Come on. We don't need Debbie Downers. It's okay to do it on occasion, but on a regular basis, if you're doing it too often, not a good idea. Passive aggressive posts where people are like, was she talking about me? Wait, what happened? What is she really, or what's he?
What's going on?
What's
What's
going
going
on
on
here?
behind the scenes?
Spit.
Right. Mhm.
Politics. The big P word, politics. Rants about sensitive social topics. You're gonna lose them, guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of people that hide her.
Mhm.
Being too salesy.
We're trying to get away from that. We're trying to
Yeah.
we're trying to share, not sell.
Share and just show people how you're working it, you know, like how you use your Scentsy cleaner or counter cleaner. I said it's Scentsy cleaner. Counter cleaner, show how you're decorating a warmer. And I loved what Robin said earlier about how she, there was something she said about product that she was using. I can't think of it now, but she said it was not salesy. I can't think of it.
Oh,
off
it was
the
about the laundry.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
was about the laundry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not salesy at all. She didn't even talk about the laundry product. She talked about Target. Brilliant. Being judgmental, insulting, argumentative. These are all things that people post, comment on a regular basis. People get real bold behind a
Mhm.
screen. Don't do it.
Mhm.
It's not attractive and you will lose.
You'll lose a lot of following. And
Yeah.
I've seen people, just not even Scentsy people, but just people in general, kind of get very passionate about things that they believe in. And that we're not saying you can't be passionate about any of these things or have issues in your lives or rants or moments. That's not what we're saying, because real life is we're going to have that.
Mhm.
We should. You can have an opinion, but when you are trying to build a brand, what we're trying to say is these are probably the things to steer clear from when you're building that brand, because it will push people away.
Mhm.
And you see people unfollow, they'll hit the unfollow or the
Mhm.
block
Mhm.
button.
Yeah. And then post or throw up Scentsy all the time. If all of, so, and I would actually challenge you guys to go on your own pages, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you're using, and actually scroll as if you were a friend down your newsfeed and look at it and see how much Scentsy am I posting, how much family stuff, how much health, whatever, I don't know, whatever you're wanting your brand to look like. And just kind of like gauge and see, oh, dang, maybe you're only posting Scentsy. If you're only posting Scentsy, I challenge you to only post like maybe one Scentsy to every 3 or 4 other posts, so that people aren't going to, you're going to get, honestly, the algorithms are just going to be, did I say that right?
Algorithms.
Yeah. Are going to be all screwed up if all you're posting about is Scentsy. And people aren't going to see your stuff. And on top of it, people are not going to see your stuff because more than likely they're just going to keep scrolling because they don't maybe only want to see Scentsy. They want to see about you, what you're doing, what, you know, is going on. They want to see the behind the scenes. They want to see, you know, your life, what you like to do, the inspirational stuff what's making you authentic. So it would be good to kind of like go through your own and give yourself your own grade, and then be intentional about doing different to make it better moving forward. Chris is over here giving herself a grade. What do you give
I
yourself?
am, well, like, no, seriously, everything that I get, the majority of my comments or likes are always pictures of my family,
Mhm.
pictures of me using Scentsy. Like, it's
Putting your face on it.
putting more of my face on it makes a huge difference. Versus I can look at like something here where it had warmers and this is salesy. This was a little bit of a salesy. I had 4 people like it and nobody
Mhm.
commented on it. Okay, but then like I can go to my son turned 22 and I had 99 comments and 170 likes
Mhm.
with pictures of him, right? That's building
I like that one.
your algorithms,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
sharing those special moments in your life.
Mhm.
And I think what we really want to lead you with, or leave you with this evening, is to really think about being intentional. And maybe you pick 3 or 4 or 5 non-Scentsy related things that you love and like, and get intentional about, you know what? I love Scentsy. I love my family. I love my kitty cats. I really love crocheting. Chastity is so cute.
Mhm.
And Chastity, I read your comment too, which is really, I think we're going to touch on that too, but like, what are 3 to 5 things that you can intentionally start being more consistent with and sharing your brand and sharing your personality. Are you funny? Are you showing it on your social media?
No, I
Right.
don't show it enough
You
for
don't.
me. No.
No, you're more serious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that about myself. So I need to do better. I need to find some funny. I need to laugh at myself more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, Chastity said, if I choose to share about an issue in my life, I try to spin a positive in it and give hope for people to relate to. So people want relatable posts, and it's okay on occasion to share something that's hard, because people want to know they're not alone. And sometimes I think it is okay to post here and there that, something that's maybe on your heart, something you're going through, that, maybe your toddler's like driving you insane, and you just need an outlet to, I don't know, share about it in a funny, maybe a funny way or a serious way, but it helps somebody else that's going through it say, me too, girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and I think sometimes too, what Chastity's saying is it's a problem, but a solution.
yeah, she's
Like,
giving some
here's,
hope.
this kind of sucked, but here's a way that I figured out how to make it better. Like, it's a way to help somebody else who might be going through,
Silver lining, as
something
Carrie said.
that's
Yes,
the
Carrie.
same. So, that's a different story than just ranting about
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
crap that you're in. Cause
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, that sucks. Like
Mhm.
people don't want to come to social media and feel bad about themselves. How
Yeah.
are you making them feel good?
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we got you guys, your wheels turning a little bit, and I'd love to hear how, or even see, like some of you are on here, and maybe we'll see a little social media branding action going on in the next few days. So make sure you guys are liking each other's posts. That actually helps a lot when you're scrolling along and you see another Scentsy friend like their post.
For sure.
And she can do the same for you. All right, so we're gonna do some giveaways. How many are we
Uh-huh.
gonna do?
2,
Okay,
we're gonna do 2.
yeah,
2. So, let's see, we had,
there's a couple that came off.
yeah, that's okay. I think I got everybody on here. So Amber, I need Amber to unmute herself again. And I need Amber to pick 2 numbers between 1 and 20.
We're gonna go with 4 and 19.
Okay, you got to pick another number besides 19.
16.
Okay.
Pick a number, but not that number.
But not that number. Okay, Melissa gets Melissa. Yes, Melissa's number 4, and Nicole Ellis. Nicole. Look at, she's excited too. Yay, Nicole. Yay. We appreciate you guys too. So many people commented. We have like, what, 5 minutes? We have 5 minutes. So, any questions, comments, anything someone else might want to add, that they didn't get a chance to question or say, go ahead and unmute yourself and
Okay.
share. Nobody?
I'll share something. I'll
Okay.
share some. So we talked a lot about social media and stuff and how to brand ourselves on social media. But I'm really active in my grandkids' school, and I always wear my Scentsy stuff
Yeah.
to school. And all the teachers get something for Christmas and Valentine's Day and Teacher Appreciation Week or whatever. And so I'll walk into the school and someone will be like, I walked in to pick up my granddaughter last week, and they're like, oh, you're the Scentsy lady. And she lost my number, so she wanted my phone number. So it's important, I think, too, to
Yes.
get involved in different things besides social media, because like I've gotten a lot of customers from this kids' school, and then they're also doing a silent auction at the end of the month with their talent show. And I actually had the counselor reach out to me yesterday and asked if I'd put a basket together for the silent auction for the fundraiser for school, because she knows that I do Scentsy. So that helps get your name out there too, if they come, looking for you to help their fundraisers or whatever. So I think that's important too, is to brand yourself outside of social media so that people know that you sell Scentsy as well.
Huge. What a great ad, Michelle. Just, as a reminder, because we talked a lot about social media. But I do think a lot of people have moved a little bit away from social media and are going back to real connections and, kind of reconnecting with people one-on-one. And so when you are out and about, are you prepared? Do you have catalogs? Have you branded your catalogs? Do you have business cards? Are you wearing Scentsy clothing? Do you have maybe a couple little samples with you? I mean, you got to be careful in the summer when it's super hot, taking those testers and bars with you, but do you carry a bar of wax with you? Like little things like that, where when you have the one-on-one opportunity, you get a chance to actually connect with people, and connecting them with fragrance is huge. So that's a great point. Thank you. Thank you for adding that. We didn't really touch on that. So that's great.
Thanks.
Anyone else?
I think Casey should come over here and show her pretty little face.
Yeah, Casey's name was brought up in conversation a couple of times.
Oh,
Actually, Christopher Wallace's name.
Mhm.
oh, Christopher Wells. Hi, friends.
This is Casey.
How are you? You guys are talking about branding tonight?
We
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
What's Casey's number one tip for branding?
Well, I was just gonna ask, like, who has Scentsy swag? Raise your hand. Do you guys have a raise your hand button?
Mhm.
Yeah. Right? You have the Scentsy swag. How about your car? Is your car branded?
I got a
Raise your
QR code. You got a QR
I have a
code.
QR code.
You ain't got none.
I got a new car.
Oh, well, it's time to get a QR code on there. We're gonna fix
We're
that.
challenging you.
I know. I haven't
Mhm.
gotten there yet.
Mhm.
So,
And I think the thing that I think a big customer grab for me when people do find out like that I'm a Scentsy lady, everybody needs light bulbs. So I started just carrying a basket of light bulbs in my car, and I've been able to grab quite a few new customers just from having light bulbs in my car.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It is.
Being ready,
yeah.
be prepared, be intentional. Yep, that's
Oh,
awesome.
and that popple, I don't have it, but that popple on your,
Popple.
yeah, like it's the QR code on the back of your phone. So.
I'm gonna do one to hide my paw. I have
Who's
a
that?
paw.
That's Amber.
Amber knows the popple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a
Amber's,
QR code.
Amber
It has
talked
my
tonight.
link tree.
She
Oh, yeah,
had
Kim,
good
put it on
stuff.
I'm gonna
place of
hide
that
my.
I
puppy
wish you
paw.
would have listened to Amber and what she had
Yeah.
to say. You would have liked it.
Sorry, I was listening to my husband.
Melissa has a QR code on the back of her phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yay. Yep.
So smart.
Oh,
Made these for my
there's
girls that
Monica.
went
Oh,
to the World Tour. Sorry, you can't really see it. So it says their website and then scan, smell, shop. I don't know if I can get it to.
What is-
I can see it. It's flat. Is it flat?
Yeah, and then so it's like it's a
Oh.
keychain.
Oh, that's cute.
And
That's
then on
really
the inside it has their name, but it's
That's
not.
so easy.
And I
we all
just
need that.
took the stuff off of Amazon, and then I added a little purple tassel.
I think that is way more.
The shirts, I made those too.
Oh, wow.
I want one of those keychains.
I
Yeah.
think
Monica.
that's,
I
it's
can
very
make you one, Chris.
Share the link. I want one of those.
Okay.
Cute.
I
So
think
cute.
that's way more helpful than a business card these days.
Oh, yeah. Heck
honestly.
yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Mhm.
Do you guys ever, okay, I know we're running over, but like, here's the other thing too, like when you go to Panera and go to like restaurants and like when they have all those business cards and like different stuff, do you put your stuff on there? Like, have you ever seen that? Like where it's like a little,
Bulletin board.
like a local small business showcase board where you can put your stuff?
Yeah, in 2002.
I know, she said it may not be 2002. Not everybody's on social media, Casey.
There's a restaurant in the Quad Cities that last time I was up there still had a card that I had put up there in like 2012 when I started.
It's true. Okay, so maybe that's not a good marketing. Maybe that's not a good branding.
Maybe I need to change it to a QR code or something. Yep, Rudy's Tacos on Kimberly.
Oh, I love Rudy's Tacos. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's funny. I'll go in there when I'm in Davenport next time. And I'll take one of your cards down and it'll be a picture of me going, yep, still here since.
I keep hoping they'll change the bulletin board.
That's so cute.
That's so good.
That's awesome.
Can I just say something real quick before we head out? I got a very personal message during the call that almost brought me to tears, and I won't read it because it's personal. But I just want to say, don't quit because you're worth it. We love you. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so true. It's so true. Don't pull an Amber. Because we're so glad she's back. Don't pull an Amber.
Mhm.
Don't
That's
do
what
it.
she's trying to say, don't do it. Don't do it. But you know what? Sometimes you have to fall apart for things to come back together.
Yeah.
And Amber, you're coming back together so strong. We're so proud of you. So glad you're here.
Yeah.
All right, girls.
I didn't get to say hi to Talia. Hi, Talia. Good to see you on here. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Our family's been sick the whole last like 2 weeks, so.
Oh, since World Tour.
Mine came about a week after that, but I tested negative for COVID and everything else, so it wasn't nothing like that. It was just like head sinus thing going around, but it took me down for a whole week.
Oh,
I hope you
sis.
feel better.
We're trying.
Are you feeling better?
I am. The husband's still recuperating, and thank God we've kept the kids out of it, so.
The man cold.
Oh, he's worked every day through it. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I can't say that.
Okay.
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 Go,
I take
hubby.
it back.
He never quits.
Feel better, sis.
Yeah. Good to see everybody.
Thanks everyone for coming. We love you all. Have a great week and we'll talk to y'all soon. Finish out the month strong. Register for SFR.
We want you there.
All right.
Bye.
Do you want Melissa or?